Hey guys, welcome back in. I'm going to continue this playthrough. Now I did manage to get on this one for a little bit, like an hour. Did a little bit of running around on this white planet I have, and I did manage to find some curious deposits. So I think I'll throw up a little base over there. Um, did dig up some fossils and stuff like that to try to make some money too. So got a little bit, but yeah, I found two different curious deposit areas. One of them's really small, but it's right next to a trading post, which is kind of nice. You guys do some in here. Yep. That. Oh yeah, I just went to a freighter too, so I think I will build one of those. That's something I can sell off. I've got these to sell. Actually, what can I make with unstable jelly? Oh, I just need acid. Let's see what we need for that. Oh, I don't have that stuff yet. That's a quick one to make too. I'm just gonna sell them off for now though. That. Oh, and that exotic did show up for me twice this morning. So hopefully they spawn a little bit more often. And it looks like it's going to be around 37 million, so I want to try to raise around 40 million. That way I can just buy it outright. I'm going to hit up my oxygen farm real quick too. I like to try to stay on top of some of these. Especially early on when you just want to get as many resources as you can. Stay on top of these. I think I had something refined. It's carbon. Alright, good, because I'm going to need that carbon. And I'm just going to have that sodium go through. Actually, grab my oxygen first. Oh, wrong one. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put that sodium I just picked up in here, along with overflow of that oxygen. Set that going. Yeah, that way it's on a 1-to-1 ratio instead of a 1-to-2 ratio. A bunch of that. Alright, now go back to my base. Oh, I want to see if I can do something with that, that multi-tool also. See if I can get that done. All I'm gonna do is, well, what I did was I scanned for a trading post earlier and found one right away, but there was one like right down the hill from the one it sent me to, and that one had a curious deposit. Yeah, curious deposits. So I think this is the right one. Oh, it's yellow. Actually, the yellow markers another curious deposit. So let's trade them plus one first. Wow. Yeah, this is the one it sent me to originally. I am going to leave that marker there for now, though. But the one I want is going to be down here. I actually want to see how far away that deposit is from here, because I might just throw down a little base, and when I reload here, my curious deposits will respawn, but it would be a good spot for me to try to get my ship as well. Alright, how far away is that? Alright, that's only 200 units away. So I think I might build like a little base here. Not sure how I'm going to do this though. What I'll do is drop down a base computer here. Because there aren't very many here, but I figure if I'm going to be reloading constantly to find a ship, I can at least run up here and grab the curious deposits and teleport back down. That is, if I have the stuff I need to build my teleporters. Okay, I should be good there. It'd make 18 of those, so good there. Okay. And actually, there's the, nope, that's not the exotic. So that's the exotic right there. You know, put one of these here. Actually, do this a different way, because your range is only 200 units on those, so I'm gonna be kind of close here. Try to. I'm not going to get any big building awards for this. Use one of those for right now. How much does that give? 190. Good. I might have to build some microprocessors. I'm only going to need 2 of them, so. Put a landing pad too, that way when I teleport here, my ship will already be on a landing pad, away from the trade post. That way it opens up another landing pad for ships to land at. 2 of those. I can just leave that like that. It'll actually give me a spot. I can actually put some of these carbon planters and stuff here if I want to later on. Go. Stick this right here, I guess. As good of a spot as any, I guess. Here. There's going to be nothing fancy about this little setup at all. I think there were only like 5 curious deposits or something like that up here, around here somewhere. So, all I want to do is make it so they don't fall down the hill, so I'm just going to put a couple walls here. Because it's not very much, it's only like 1,300 or something. Runaway mold. We want to leave a little bit of room though, just in case they decide to shift when they render in. And do something like that. Let's go into free placement. Do you want to put down one of these to stop it from rolling out? Then I can move my character. Something like that. Give myself a little bit of room. That way I can move around. Oh, and I need metal plating. I have to remember to take some of that out of my ship. I think I got like a stack and a half of metal plating. Oh, gold's in my ship too. Can't reach it. There we go. Bring this over right now. Oh, it's still. That. Take out some of that. Oh, I didn't even see if I had a hotspot here. Yeah, it's not going to matter anyway. I'm just going to need one battery and the solar panel anyway. These only pull 5 watts, so. Alright. What I'll do is set up a couple of solar. Actually, I just need one solar panel. Oh. Alright. One solar panel. I could probably get away with not having a battery, but actually I should, because I might be here at nighttime too, so. Anodized ferrite. Now I should be able to build it. Alright, run some power over to there. Of course, it has to be nighttime, so I don't have power right now. See if I can click into that one. And teleport cable. Should be able to have enough room between these to hook right in. Alright, that should be all hooked up. That's pretty much the whole setup. And do I actually have my optical drill unlocked? I did unlock it already. So I do want to get this installed at some point. Right after I get a multi-tool squared away, I want to get that installed. Alright. Yeah, so pretty much every time I do a reload, I'll jump back up here and grab the runaway mold. Hop out down here. Quick rename. So, mold trading post, do an upload. How much time do we have till? Oh, it's 10 o'clock at night, so. See, I could grab like a inexpensive like C-class or something right now, but I think I'm just gonna go right to the exotic because I kind of like the look of it. So that was this space. I really don't. I don't need a teleporter here, so I'm not gonna bother with it. I'll only use this place until I find a ship anyway, so because there's not enough runaway mold there to really warrant coming here all too often. The other base has, well, the other curious deposit area I found has a lot more added. It's like twice as many. Let me, I want to pick this up though. And might as well go ahead and harvest this. See, once I get a couple upgrades in this thing, I'll be able to fly through these. Go a lot quicker. I think I got around 1,300 last time I did this. I'm thinking about doing the expedition as well. Figure that could give me a good boost. Alright, I already had some of this in here, I think. Unless I did get more, but I don't think I did. Alright. Yeah, I was running around getting, digging up some of those fossils, and ended up finding this runaway mold. There was a fossil bed, like, somewhere in this area. Actually, no, it was next to that, that first trading post. The one up the hill from here. Yeah. There were some fossils up there. And then I noticed this trading post, so I came down here and they had deposits. Now what I will do is oh, can I build a regular save button? Okay. I am gonna put two save buttons here though. I'll use this one for if I'm looking for ships. And I'll also put one over here. It's kind of a waste of materials, but that's okay. I can always take them with me later on. Yeah, so if I'm more worried about runaway mold, what I'll do is I'll have my ship here. I'll just teleport up there, get my stuff, teleport back, jump in and out of my ship, and actually, I don't even really need that here. I can just use my ship as a saving point. Alright, should be all set there. Oh. Should have a yellow marker. That should be a curious deposit over there. Let me stop by this real quick though. Don't want to get that beacon. I'll know where the trading post is now. See, sometimes you don't really want to have two trading posts that are next to each other like this. But in this situation, I noticed that the bottom one saw a lot of traffic as well. So I'm not worried about It's almost like when there's two of them next to each other, they send a. It almost seems like they compete to see, how many you can get, how many ships will land there. But it seems to be pretty even. So, worst comes to worst, I can always come up to this one, hang out here for a little bit. Just bounce between the two. Alright, let's see. My way over to this. Oh, and I did manage to unlock a couple more drop pods too. That's what I was doing when I was running around, because I picked up some of the salvage data and stuff as well. And got, I think, 3 or 4 drop pods unlocked. One of them I just ran into out in the wild. It was actually before I logged off today. I stopped by a crashed freighter, and there was a drop pod like right next to it. So it worked out good. I was hoping I'd find some curious deposits on this planet. With these, like if you look at the HUD up top, going into it kind of slow, you see a bunch of yellow things start showing up. So I mean, you have to be like right on top of them in order for them to show up, which kind of stinks. That's why sometimes I'll make my HUD a little bit bigger. Okay, so one thing I do want to do, I just want to get this runaway mold on my backpack. Just so I know I can get a more accurate reading when I harvest this cluster. Let's see here. Figure out how I want to build this. The layout's like, so it does seep down on both sides. These rocks will be in the way. Ideally, what you want to do is you want to have the balls drop towards you, but in this instance, there's no good way to do that. Let me move this out of the way. Is there going to be anything behind me here? Of course, there's a big rock right there. I might have to go this way. Okay. I'm gonna just drop down a base computer. I did poke around this area a little bit to see if I could find another deposit of these, and there wasn't anything at all, so... Sometimes you can find them close enough so that you can bounce in between 2 different farms. That makes it kind of nice. You can get a lot done really quick that way. Let's go mold farm. Alright. Guess that'll be all named. Should have room. Trying to keep my character right here. I'm going to do the same type of deal, just kind of box things in. And I don't even bother half the time trying to make it so that the walls click together or anything. You just want to make sure you're able to enclose everything. So now I'm just going to free placement. I mean, you can like leave gaps and stuff. To save on building materials, but you do want to leave a little bit of a gap. Like you don't want to build like right here, you know, just in case, because they will spawn in a little bit different sometimes. You do want to give yourself a little bit of room. you're trying to do is kind of make like a funnel. So you have like one connection, collection area without stuff getting kind of caught up in weird spots. Yeah, move this one in a little. Yeah, you want them to be able to roll down without getting stuck on stuff. Alright. If I put down one of these, that just will work as a brake. And go back. Actually, let me build it. The ground seems to go down pretty good. I'm just trying to make it so I'm not like clipping into anything. What I'll do is I'll actually build that out a little bit more, because I'll probably put a couple refiners here as well. Get my guy out of the way. One of these. That there. I'm gonna have to make some stuff again. 2 microprocessors. I think I like that. Let's move this out a little. Of course, we don't have adjacency glitching anymore, so I have to do things in a different way. So what I'm going to do is take that. I don't know how far out I want to go with this. You know what? I think I'm just going to do it like this. Get rid of that, move this. I think I just went the wrong way. We'll see. Because that's going to click out there, yeah. I'm going to put that in the wrong spot, actually. Wanted to overhang the wood a little bit. There we go. I think this is what I'm looking to do. There we go. Oh, I can't remember how I normally put these landing pads in. I think this is the way I want it to face, so that my ship is facing that way. I think that's right. I'll actually leave. A lot of times I don't bother leaving this here, but I will in this situation, because I want to put a teleporter here. Oh, I need sodium. Let's rip this out. And is that 20 sodium? 40 sodium. Oh, 20 of that. this over here. Like that. There, that's all wired up. How many of these can I build? Oh, it's saying I can build all 3, so I'm not going to bother making 3 though. Stick in 2 for now. What I might do is I might put, like, depending on how much I use it, I would probably do like 8 of them, put 4 on each side. There's a way to glitch them in. I just don't want to use up all the resources right now. Pick that up. Stick this right here. Quick screenshot. And tossing a save beacon right here. Alright. So you do another quick upload. I don't think it'll matter, but I like to try to remember to do this. Alright. Alright, and see what we get out of this. Just double check, make sure I got nothing in there. What you can actually do is just kind of run your beam over them. What you want them to do is kind of fall towards you, but it's not going to work at this location. If I could build on that other side, I think I'd probably would get away with it a little bit easier. And again, this will go a lot faster once I get my mining laser upgraded. And I'll also be getting 50% more of the yield out of it. Just trying to make sure I don't overheat my laser. Yeah. Knew it was bound to happen at some point. Alright, so that's those. That gives me 4,400. That's not too bad. So all I would do is I would do a save and then reload restore point. Now when I spawn back in, they'll be there again. You can just keep getting them over and over again. Yeah, so when I get that optical drill in, I'll be getting 50% more material, so I'll end up with, you know, almost 7,000 out of each one of these every time I do it. So that's why I was so after, you know, I really wanted to find something like this early on. Because the sooner you start unlocking things, the quicker you can progress through stuff. You know, you don't run into so many issues with having to stop to go, you know, find materials and stuff. And they are all back again. I'll just grab these and then we'll take off out of here. Typically what I would do is I would try to get at least a stack of it and just split it up in between your two refiners, because you can only hold Typically I put in, 5,000 in each of them, and then just let the refiners go. Alright, there we go, 8,800. Yeah, you can only, like, if I were to put this in here, it would only, I think it will let me put the whole thing in. Yeah, it'll let me put the whole thing in, but I only get credit for 4,092, I think, 4,096, something like that. So if I split this up, put it in my thing, I don't know, maybe not. Oh, I split it up because it takes less time. It's only 8 minutes. Whereas if I put the whole thing in it, it takes like 15. That's why I split it up so it does it quicker. Yeah, almost 18 minutes. I'm just going to take it with me though, because I'll refine it back in my base. Alright, my ship's over there. I'm not going to bother with that. Why don't I have power here? Must not have had enough juice stored. Yeah, not a big deal. Alright, so at least I got that accomplished, and there's a buried deck here. We'll grab that. Actually, there's a few things here. Oh, let me make up 2 more of those. I was getting, I was running around getting, drop pods. I forgot that I had crafted all those. Let me just go grab this real quick. I was thinking about grabbing a bunch of fossils too, but I can probably still do that. The problem with the fossils is they're different, so you end up running out of room pretty quick with them. But they give you, I think, 72,000 a piece. So I've just been selling them. Oh, and I had a build-in, a Corvette piece that dropped for me, and I sold it for, I think it was like 230,000. So might try to get some of that stuff too. A quick way to make some money. Alright, go dig these up. See, that's the bad thing about these, they don't stack up, so next thing you know you have a full inventory of bones. And I am gonna pop this thing because I'm not sure if this will bring up one of those like guardian things or not. Oh yeah, the guardian awoken, so I'm out of here. I'm not equipped to fight one of those. Not even close. So I'm just gonna run away. The thing is they tend to chase you, so I got chased pretty far by one of them once. Oh, it was life support that I didn't. I forgot to charge my life support. Use up one of those. Okay, I killed it. Okay. I didn't expect it to die that easily. Yeah, because I've had them pop out before on permadeath, so I didn't know how powerful they'd be. But, okay, so 100,000 for that. Oh, not too bad. Um, I'm looking for that S-Class cabinet. Must be this one. Yep. Oh yeah, that was in a different... Alright, so I'm gonna go... Go to my regular base. And actually that will give me a chance to break down... I have all those glowing materials. It'll give me a chance to go through those. That way I can get that out of my my backpack as well. I can get that runaway mold going too. Run in here and get rid of all those bones. Get rid of that thing too. I mean, you can add up quite a few units just doing the bones. The problem is you have to, you know, keep an eye on your inventory a little bit. Let's go get this mold put in there. And I want to put that back in here. Alright, and I got extra junk in here too. Oh, that's where those stones were. Actually, I'll hold on to those for now. I do want to build another solar panel here, though. It will make it easier for later on. I'm going to end up adding some more stuff eventually. Typically what you want to do is you want to have a one battery for, well, 2 solar panels for each battery, just so you have full power at all times. Do want to connect this too, because it'll make this easier. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to crack open all those glowing materials. Try to empty out some of this though. I gotta use these save beacons somewhere because they're getting in the way. Alright, so start cracking these open. And as you see, I'm getting a bunch of this crafted stuff out of them. Some of those will give me, you know, like, that'll be gold. You know, these are platinum. Half the time I can't remember which gives me which, but they give you gold, silver, and platinum. Alright, so I'm gonna stop right now. My inventory's filling up. Just gonna start putting these down here. Like, that one I know is gold. Actually, I can probably just drag them in this way. I like to try to set them up so that I know the order that they're in. Aronium, silver. Bronze is silver. Fleming, I'm pretty sure that's silver. That's gold. Granite, gold. Geo is platinum. Okay. So first up, Aronium, rose gold, granite, platinum, that's platinum, bronze I think was gold too. Alright, I already got that in there. Gold nuggets I'll just leave for now. Alright. Still got more to go. Yeah, so this glow material can be pretty useful. Because you can always sell them too. Sometimes having the materials is more important. Alright. Yeah, they do sell for, 25,000. Are they all 25,000? Okay, like this one's going to be a lot more because it's platinum. 25,000. Looks like the gold and the silver sell for the same amount. The platinum ones are a lot more. That's a good way to get crystal sulfide also, because that can be kind of tricky to come by. I'm gonna end up just breaking those open. I should have put it all in here. And then polished stone, I'll put in storage too. I don't know why I have one sodium. Over here. Oh yeah, I got another hyper core from that crash freighter also. Just get those out of there. Don't know if there's anything else I need to do here. Let me install. Install that emerald drive. Actually, I think I'm gonna cheese that emerald drive. Go up to Nerosi's base. I wanted to check for crafting on something though. Which one was it? Liquid explosive. Okay, what do I need for acid? Molten mordite. Yeah. Frost crystal for that. Oh yeah. That's what I wanted to do. Let's go over to my that other base I have here. Oxygen base. I wanted to start making some glass. It takes forever to make it, so I usually wait until I log off before I do that. Let's get that out of there. I still got all that oxygen. Put down another refiner here. I'm gonna have to get some more dihydrogen jelly soon too. Just go right here. I'm gonna take out just a little bit of this for the rest in here. Alright, just set that going. And go over to that multi-tool. when I do these multi-tools, I have a certain way that I like to do my planets. That way I can't miss any of them. So, I'm gonna make a save here. Just run in, see what tool is showing. Alright, so it is that one. Just double check, make sure it's still an S class. It should be, so, alright. So what I'm gonna do, so that I don't miss any planets, I do them all in order. So I'll go to this, which is actually, the first planet's the one I'm on right now. So I'm just gonna make a save, and do a reload. Yeah, I have a certain order I do this so that nothing gets missed, and I also do a screenshot each time I come back here. Just so I can compare multi-tools if I want to, you know, the amount of slots and where the supercharged slots are. So run in here. You see it's a different multi-tool now. Actually, if I go to compare, yeah, it does show them, but it doesn't show all of them. Okay. Actually, you go to compare again. Okay, it's only 5 million anyway. So I'll do a quick screenshot. That way I know this is off the first planet. So what I'm gonna do now, go back over here. I'm gonna go to this planet. Mark it. And I'll actually fly to that planet. I think you can teleport to them if you have a base there, but I've always just flown to them. So it's just gonna be that planet right over there. That's that planet I was picking up all those whispering eggs on. Gotta try to keep an eye on my fuel too. Do a refill. I need to find a resource for pyrite. I might just toss some of this gold in here. That'll give me pyrite. Go into this screen. And sometimes with those stars flying by, it'll make the stream get all wonky sometimes. So it'll give me a chance to look in my inventory a little bit too. Yeah, I gotta find some cobalt as well. Empty exocraft. Yeah, they're like on PC. There's a mod you can install to make it so all those stars disappear. It helps with your stream, but on console you don't have that luxury. All right, should be coming in now. All I'm gonna do here is do a landing. I think my thrusters are gonna be out of juice too. Yep. So I want to just refill those. All I'm gonna do is jump out, make a save, and do a reload. This little trick also works at space stations too. Typically, you have a higher typically it's a lot easier to find an S-class cabinet in the space station, whereas if you find them on a planet, I think there's only like one S-class cabinet on the planet, or it might even be in the system. I'm not totally sure. I don't do a lot of multi-tool hunting, so there's a few guys that do a lot of it on Reddit. They always seem to find like the coolest stuff. I'm gonna head right back down to whatever base that was. Over here. Yep. Head back down there. Do the same thing. Switch my view. At least I'll start getting a little bit of pyrite in here too. Need to keep going on chromatic metal as well. Actually, I can check how much that's going to cost me. Cadmium drive, emerald. I need 250 for that. I have an abundance of cadmium right now, so I don't have to worry about that. I might end up duplicating some of this cadmium, or expand in fact cadmium. What you do is you just mix cadmium with the chromatic metal. You can, expand that out and then break it back down into even more chromatic metal. It's better to do with indium though, because instead of a 2-to-1 ratio, you get a 4-to-1 ratio, or I got that backwards, a 1-to-4 instead of a 1-to-2. So I had to pick a planet that's the furthest away. But ideally what I'm looking for is going to be either an alien or an experimental multi-tool. The chances are really low. Typically it's just some ugly pistol or rifle. But either way it'll be an upgrade compared to what I have now. Alright, coming into the planet now. Fly down, see what we got for our multi-tool from that planet. Yeah, there's a certain multi-tool tied to each planet, so whenever you do this, like if I were to find an A-class cabinet on this planet, I could do the same thing and get an A-class multi-tool from one of the other planets. Here we are. This time we have, we got one of these, Lupa War. Notice the slots are a little bit different though. So that was that planet. So this is actually the first multi-tool I found here. So I must have been on that airless planet before finding this, which I was because I was picking up those whispering eggs. I'll just do a quick screenshot of that. Now what I would do is I would go over to the other planet. Got a frozen planet here. I didn't realize that was in the system. Okay. Actually, let me look through these real quick. Alright. I was hoping one of these planets had gold on it, but not gonna happen. I want to set up a gold farm at some point. So we'll do one more planet. Go over to this frozen planet. Which I think was the planet I woke up on. How far away is that one? Not even seeing it. Head planet. Yeah, that's the planet. I don't see my marker for it though. Let's head towards it. Done. Why did that stop? Oh. This out of there. Yeah, these long flights are really sucking up the fuel. Oh, I only got one battery. I need to craft some of those. Gotta keep an eye on my cobalt level though. Oh, I've got more cobalt than I thought. Alright, coming into the planet now. I'll do the same thing here. Actually, I should probably grab some frost crystal if I see any right away. I realized I didn't have any in that storage container. Yeah. It's down there. That's not any. Let's just do a save and a reload. I can always come back for frost crystal later. So, reload and head back to that planet again. Yeah, and I always take those pictures just so I don't have to, you know, just in case, like, next stream or whatever, I might go back and finally get a multi-tool. Who knows? But, yeah, just so I can look through them and know which planet to go to first. Of course, they're going to be in the opposite order of what they were in the list, but I know that. Just have to look at things backwards. Alright. So, head back over. I am just don't care about doing that. They should give you that quest line after you finish the main quest line, because all it does is screw people up. You know, you end up with all these different missions in your log, and they keep adding more and more missions. They should have you just run through the main quest line and then start giving you that other stuff later on. All it is it just confuses people. More of these. Yeah, next time I see a vendor with a bunch of dihydrogen jelly, I'm just gonna buy all of it. That stuff's just a pain, and I go through a lot of it, especially with medium refiners. It really adds up quick. Alright, well, you're coming into the planet. see what we get this time. Alright. Got a rifle. And it's a good size one. What's the price on it? Still, only 5 million. So. Not too bad. Alright. Do a quick picture. I think I'm probably going to end up taking this thing. Because it's already got all those slots on it. Yeah, 30 slots. Compared to my 8. The supercharge could be a lot better though. Well, I don't have to worry about doing a bunch of damage or anything either. I'll have to come back for those. That's probably going to be the one I go with. And actually, let me just check my... This screen's going to go blue for a second. I just want to check my pictures. Okay. Yeah, 'cause the supercharged slots are similar to that other rifle. I didn't know if maybe they were a little bit closer. Something here. I want to look at that other system that I've been to. This one over here. Okay, we got activated copper. Okay, we have gold here. I think I'm gonna go over to this planet and see if I can set up a gold mine. Because gold is actually really good to sell. Let's go see what we can find though. So I'm looking for a way to make money passively without having to run around everywhere. Setting up a gold mine should help with that. So I'm going to go over to the space station in this system and buy up a bunch of metal plating. Then go see if I can find a decent hotspot. All right, so run over there real quick. Hopefully I can find something, like a B class or higher. And sometimes these planets can be a real pain to get around too. Let's see what the name of that was. So, space stations. This one. That's actually where the next part of my quest is too. Oh yeah, this was a high conflict economy too, or conflict level. I'll have to keep that in mind. I might get like pirate attacks and stuff. Alright, grab this one first. How much space? That's a good amount of room in there. I'll buy as much metal plating as I can and just put it in my ship. wait for a couple NPCs to show up now. Yeah, I just want to make sure I can build, you know, like, probably 10 or so silos. Start off with like 10,000 and then work my way up. I'm gonna need a little bit extra for my extractors too. So. Oh, dihydrogen. I'm taking all of those. Let's put some metal plating. Put that all on my ship. Check. So a little bit more room. And what about my exosuit? Okay. Okay. So I should fill up my ship. Now I'll put the rest in my regular. Why didn't that fill my ship? See what this guy's got on him. I mean, I could always just make all this, but it's a lot easier just to buy it. Oh, actually, offer the trade. Actually, there's magnetized ferrite on that planet I'm going to. So I might have actually set up 2 different farms there. Alright, that should be enough to get me going. I should have enough magnetized ferrite. Chromatic metal I should be good on. If I have to, I can take 200 out of that. So let's get down to that pillared planet. I'm actually just gonna mark it. Looks like there's already a base there from somebody. I don't think I can see it though. Yeah, that's the next step on the Artemis quest right there. So they're gonna wanna want me to run around and do a bunch of scans. It's not that one. It's this one. Yeah, so I might be, if I get lucky, I might find gold and magnetized ferrite right next to each other. That would be nice. Fill this up again. Oh, go in here. Yeah, silos are so expensive, so you're, you know, burning through metal plating pretty quickly. Let me toss a couple of these in my refiner. Let's take a few seconds to burn off. So it opens up a slot. Alright. Okay, it's glitching separators. It's got that weird, like, atmosphere stuff going on, though. A lot of times I try to find a boundary failure to land at. Not that it really matters, but typically it's kind of a flat area wherever they are. But a lot of times I've seen curious deposits on planets like this as well, too. Because typically planets like this, you just have boundary failures and like abandoned buildings. That's about it. Let's give this a few more seconds, see if I can find a place to land. Alright, we got something over here. Alright, we got a boundary failure. Alrighty. Shouldn't have to worry about sentinels here, but I might get those little gravity storms and stuff, so I gotta kind of look out for those too. Get a few scans in. Alright, and go hit my beacon. Alright, see if we can get something. Again, I'm listening for a high pitch pulse when I do this. Okay. I have something in this direction, which I think might have electric too. No, electric's over that way. Alright, so we're gonna go straight this way. I was hoping to avoid climbing hills, but oh well. It is what it is. Go see what it is, and go from there. So I'll try to scan some of this other stuff too. Oh, I have an animal here. I must not have scanned it when I came here the first time. Upload that. Alright. Some free nanites. So head in this direction. Alright, we got an A class, whatever it is. Hopefully it's not copper. Because I'll take magnetized ferrite or gold. I'd rather this be a gold hotspot, but we'll see what we have. I know I have power somewhat close, so nice addition. What do we have? Okay, we got magnetized ferrite, so I'm just going to drop a beacon here. And I'm going to head towards that electric hotspot. And hopefully I can find gold over by this electric hotspot. I don't know why my HUD got all small there. get this one scanned. That magnetized ferrite's still showing up in my HUD, so let me see. Okay, I wanted to make sure I had enough juice in my thrusters. Alright, so I'm actually gonna head a little further out this way. Eventually that magnetized ferrite should disappear. It's an A-class hotspot, so the bubble for it's pretty big. Planets like this, they seem to be further apart too, it seems. I'm actually going to look back towards where I just came from. Just do a loop again. Yeah, I would make my my stuff louder, but I know sometimes on stream it comes off really loud after I exit. Especially if there's like a storm going on, it gets really loud. So don't turn it up too much. Okay. Something over here. I'll head over that way. Alright, got a B class, whatever it is. We have a building as well. And get copper. There's power here. No, there's gas though. Oh. Get an S-class gas with power. Go see what this gas is. If it's oxygen, well, I already have an oxygen farm. I'm not worried about it. Take a run into this building real quick. See if there's anything that's gonna try to kill me when I get in here. Nothing in here. That means it's probably gonna be down here. Yep, right as I go through the door. Okay. I'm not gonna bother with the eggs. All I really want is this terminal. I didn't really find anything here, so what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna do a I was just gonna do a reload, but I think I actually will head back the other direction of that magnetized ferrite hotspot. head right back towards there and check the other side of that. Kind of far away, but oh well. Yeah, sometimes you can spend hours just looking for hotspots, so if you're trying to set up like a stasis device farm or something, you can spend days on a planet just looking for the right hotspots, so. And when I traverse this stuff, I always try to make sure I keep like an eighth of a charge in my jetpack. And try to just, bounce in between sprinting and pulsing with your jetpack. Kind of keep bouncing between the two. There's one, one recharges the other type of deal. Alright. There's that. I'm going to try to head in the opposite direction of that until that magnetized ferrite hotspot thing disappears. I hate to let a good hotspot go like that, so. If I can't find gold, then I'll just have to move back. Oh, I should have hit that save point. No. Yeah, typically what I would do is I would use that save point. That way if I don't find what I want, I can just reload right next to that beacon and then take it. Take the beacon right with me. Go find a different spot. That should stop giving me a reading soon. It's normally right around 600 units it'll disappear. It just disappeared. How far away was that beacon? 800, so. Alright, let's see what we have. It tends to be somewhat in front of you. They kind of follow a grid. Oh god, no. There's one of those storms I was worried about. Oh, there we go. Okay, so we got something over this way. And that storm picked me up. I just want to kind of keep my cool, and then jetpack on the way down. You always want to make sure you have a good jetpack charge on that. It will drop you really hard. It's a good way to break your equipment. Then get away from it a little bit. I have a feeling this hotspot's going to be too far away. Just try to preserve your jetpack as much as you can. Wait for the storm to go finish up. It's only a C class. I'm not going to bother running all the way there. Head back towards that beacon. There it is. gold. You know what? I'm gonna leave that marker there. You know what? No. Because I might need it somewhere else on this planet. Magnetized ferrite really isn't that important anyway. More of a convenience than anything. Right, where's my marker? There it is. My way back. Yeah, I was getting too greedy. I was trying to get 2 resources in one location. So a lot of times it doesn't work out. Especially on planets like this, it always seems like the hotspots are further away. Seems like they're always like 600 units away. Where the heck? Can't see my ship marker. Thought it was right over this hill. You go down the wrong side of the hill or something? Over here somewhere. There it is. Now you can see the little antenna. Further away than I thought. Way further. So all I'm going to do is jump in here and fly a little ways away. I don't have to go too far. I just want to try to get to an area that's somewhat flat. We've got another boundary failure here, so we'll land there. Get out and grab my navigation data. Alright, I actually have to step out for a moment and grab a drink. I will be right back. Alright guys, let's go see if we can find some gold. Oh, we got a B class. Oh, it popped right up, but where'd it go? Oh, I wonder if that was electric, maybe? Oh. It popped up right away, so I'm gonna see in this area. May have just been a visual glitch that popped up. Okay, we got something over there. That must have been that B-class that showed up. Okay, let me get this thing refueled. Just in case I have to bring my ship in. I'll run over here and see what we've got. Still a little bit of the way. Don't see any power yet. There is a gas, though. Alright, we do have gold here. I'll put down a beacon. And make a save. Now continue to search this area. Gas I don't care about. Looking for power. That side doesn't look too good. Okay, we have power over here. Gonna be really far away too. I want to try to build this without stretching my boundaries too much. Because you can stretch 1,000 units, but it's not fun. Let's see. That's going to be power. And look back towards that gold. Looking for my beacon. Beacon's way over there. 600 units. Okay. Now I still have gold showing up. Let's see if I can find magnetized ferrite. Bubble is really big. Okay. Alright, I'll go over this way now. Okay, there is something over here. Take a look at what it is. Oh, we got an S-class. See what that one is. If it's gold, I'll probably use this spot. I'm debating on doing a reload and trying a different location. I don't really like how far away that power is. This hotspot's gonna push me beyond the 1,000, I'm pretty sure. Let's see what we got. It's probably gonna be copper, so. Which always sucks on trying to do projects like this. End up getting something you don't. Ooh, it is gold. Alright. So, we're going to use this hotspot. And do a save. Now, see if I have power. And I have power that's close. So. Get that power hotspot. So you don't really need to have like S-class for this stuff, but it does help out because you don't have to build as many extractors. You know, instead of building like 4 extractors, you only have to build like 2. In order to hit, you know, diminishing returns. Actually, with like a B class, I think you only need 2. But you have to be like dead on with them. Alright, so we got C-class power, which is plenty. And see if there's another hot spot. Where was that gold? Alright, what I'm going to do is I'm going to try heading off into this direction. See if I can find a hot spot. See if I can get a magnetized ferrite around here. If I don't, I'll probably just end up doing a separate base for magnetized ferrite, but oh, we have something here. Oh, we got another gold. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to do a reload. And it will put me right back at that beacon. One of the main reasons I do that is it saves time. But also when I reload, those hotspots won't be discovered. So they don't clutter up my HUD whenever I look through my visor. Because sometimes those can get confusing if you see markers all over the place. So what I'll do is I'll head over towards that electric hotspot and try to figure out where I want to actually build. Why don't I have a beacon here? What the heck? What is... Why did it... Oh. Restore point. I did autosave. Knew something was weird there. I would have found that spot again eventually, but it's just kind of annoying. There we go. This should be S-Class. Alright. And my power. Head over this way. About 200 units. I think right around here I'll end up throwing up my base. Here we go with this again. This gets annoying. Trying to get stuff done, I gotta dick around with dealing with those. Okay, how far away? That hot spot. I mean, it's cool the first couple times, now it's just getting annoying. They linger for too long. Trying to get stuff done. Alright. Alright, so... yeah, what I want to do is try to keep it under... down here. Hopefully I didn't break anything there. Nope. Done now. Waiting for my shield to come back up. There we go. Alright, how far away is that marker? 217. Let me fill this back in so I don't think it's something else. Alright. So, in my power... still 200. Looking for that marker, it blends in. There we go. Alright, so toss down a base computer here. I'm not sure how much power I'm gonna need here. I think I'm just gonna go my powerhouse spot taken care of. Yeah. Just play it safe. Of some type of structure. 218. Still getting that visual bug every now and then when you use your scanner. Because then I will end up expanding this base a little bit, so I just don't know what I want to build. Do I have any? I do have some prefab stuff I can use. Solid cube. Just I don't know if I'm gonna run into pirate issues here. I can go with these. I'm just gonna use that for support beams more than anything. I don't have enough pure ferrite for any of this stuff. Alright. We got some magnetized ferrite around here. Copper. Some way over there. 900 units. Dude, everything's like 600 units away. Alright, there's some over here. It's like the world's smallest deposit, too. Because this is a high conflict system, I don't know if I'm going to run into pirate attacks. Typically you see them mainly around trade post and NPC buildings, but not around bases, so I'm probably overthinking this. I figured I should have some type of structure there. That way I can run into it if they do start attacking. I need this magnetized ferrite anyway, so might as well dig it up. At least there was more here than I thought. I thought for sure it was just gonna be a little tiny deposit. Okay, there's my base computer. There's my gold. Oh, it's not going to be too far away. Alright, so I want to try to get as close to 100% as I can. I'll probably end up like around 98. Because I don't have the patience to find 100. So, like a little platform. Oh, are you kidding me? Let me hurry up to see if I can get this wire put in. I can get one of those put on so I can. Why can't I glitch that? There we go. Now we can at least see what my value is. 99, that's going to be good enough. I'm just going to take that off. I don't have to worry about making this thing look nice or anything. Let me just jump under here, see if this will help me. Not get lifted anyway. Yeah, that way I don't get lifted all the way up to the sky. Grab this. I'm going to do my refiners a little bit different on this. I'm going to leave that wire there for right now. Use light, oh, I need sodium. Alright, try this again. Light floor. I'm just going to put it in that orientation. And just pull this out a little bit so I can get back to that point. Now, over here. Get where things are in my menu. Been a while. So I'm gonna glitch right onto the. I'm gonna glitch onto that light floor, but my extractor's going that way. Just make sure it's still 99%. All right, looks good. And does it tell me how much it's pulling though? I'll have to temporarily put down a solar panel. I don't have gold. Alright. Let's bring this thing in. I'm going to do this before the sun disappears. Why am I not pulling power for that? There we go. I'm the wrong thing. Okay, so I'm going to be pulling 622 apiece, so I'm going to need 2 extractors to hit diminishing returns. build a second refiner. I can build 8 refiners without issues, so I'm gonna put another refiner in. Alright, so I should be pulling 1200 an hour, which is more than, you know, what I would typically get for diminishing returns. The good thing about this setup is I'm gonna end up getting rid of all this other stuff. But what I can do, I'm just gonna leave that wire there, just in case. So I'm only gonna do 10,000 gold right now, but later on what I can do is I come in here, I'm gonna put down a wall, then a short wall, and then another one of these floors going the same way, and then put 2 extractors on this thing, and I'll be able to do another run of 10,000, and then, you know, keep working my way up. I'm actually probably just gonna leave that stuff right there. Yeah, I'll just leave it in place. And then when I'm all done, I can just come back and delete all this stuff and just have the refiners going straight up into the sky. That's the plan there. Let me see how many silos I can build, actually. I might actually do my silos here, too. Okay, I can build 27 silos. So what I'll do is I'm going to I'm not going to worry about this center wire, because I really don't need it. Typically what I'll do is I'll put them right up against each other. You know what, let's just move this and have it face the opposite direction. Alright. Take that wall out for now. And where am I? I'm gonna glitch in 9 of these now. You just want to make sure you're glitching on the light floor, not any of these other connectors. You'll know because it's the only one that's, you know, horizontal as opposed to vertical. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. So, and I always do the pipe right away so I don't forget it. So the 2 pipe connectors are going to be right there. 1 going into the other. And I am going to run power to this. So if I look at this, it tells me I've got 9,500 here, and then what I'll do is I'll have 1 silo over at the base to collect everything. So I want to build one of those prefabs. Actually, hold on a second. Let me. Okay, those silos are right there. Let's go to I'm just gonna continue to use wood for now. I'm gonna cache that. God, I wish I would learn how to glitch build again. I cannot get my timing down at all. I'm surprised those silos went in as easy as they did. There we go. Just gonna build this out on the 4 corners. Get rid of that. Because I'm probably just gonna have my silos outside anyway. I'm doing the building mainly just so I can put a teleporter in there and hook up a yeah. I'm trying to think of a word. Landing pad, sorry. Alright, so just gonna go with a basic. Oh, I need to refine that. Let's see. That should be enough. Don't do that. What I'm gonna do is pull this out a little bit. I go up to there, I should be good. Just gonna do something like that for just a temporary thing. See if I have enough ferrite left over for this. Alright, good. Actually, I'm going to want a door on the other side too. I don't have enough now. Oh, I still need more. Just put all that in. That's why I want the magnetized ferrite to make pure ferrite. Just makes it a lot quicker. Alright, so I'm just gonna copy that. Put one on there. Yeah, because eventually I'll probably have like 10 of those silo setups, so just doing it this way. Let's go put on a landing pad. Yeah, like I was saying, it's not going to be anything fancy. I do need microprocessors though. So, a couple of those. And my ship has all my metal plating in it. I'll bring over a couple of stacks. Stand in here now. Not sure what I'm gonna do for a silo here. I'll probably just stick it right over here. Use one of these to glitch it in. Actually, I don't want these to be too close together. I'm sure this is going to end up changing anyway. So, just for the sake of this, I'm just going to put it right in the middle. There it is. I'm actually going to sink it down a little bit too. Why can I not hit these glitches? There. Yeah, it doesn't look too, too crazy. That's actually a lot closer than I want it to be. Like, way too close. I'll drag these out a little. And you do that. And that's your glitch. I swear, if you think about glitching, you miss it. When you don't think about it, you hit it every time. Plus, I'm using kind of a newer controller too, so it's really not broken in. You've got to be kidding me. There. There, spread out a little bit. Yeah, that way I don't feel so claustrophobic. Let's run our pipe over to the silos. No, I'm just gonna stretch my build camera out as far as I can, and then double tap your build camera again. Just go out as far as you can. Do it again. Just do one more for good measure. Tie into the bottom. Tie right into there. Oh my god. They're gonna make everything difficult, aren't they? My connection's... oh, my ship's in the friggin' way. Yeah, it's nice to see they haven't fixed this bug yet. Only been in the game for, what, 4 years now? Yeah, I'm telling you, when they put out Frontiers, it broke so much stuff that they have not fixed. You know, people ask me why I don't play quite as much. It's because this company sucks at fixing their stuff. Plain and simple. Oh. Go hook the pipe in again. Is that actually... yep. That is. Stretch this out. Let's go actually sit it down in here. And connect right there. This should read 10,000 now, or 10,500. Yep. And we should be able to build a shore first. I'm gonna need magnetized spare right now. Run back to my ship again. I can't have my ship too close to me. And how much did I need for that? 60. Okay. Bring 65 over. I should only need to build one. I just gotta find that hotspot again. Alright. And do the same type of deal here. Let's see if I can get a good reading. Should be enough. Oh, actually, put that out. I actually want to drop this down. Put one there. There. Alright. Yeah, and I'll just leave this wire in the ground. I'll probably have to add more of these things. Just check. Oh, I don't have enough. I know that's going to be enough power. Alright, grab my power. And look for my base. It's over there. Yeah, because this is a supply farm, I don't really worry too much about hiding my wires and stuff typically, but if I get a chance, I do like to try to hide them. Don't do that. Again, I try to keep my wire and my pipe. If I have them in the ground together, that actually connect. To the point where you can't even trust the build camera. I try to keep the pipe and the wire kind of buried in the same hole as I bury them. Just makes finding things easier if something goes wrong. I'll just toss that in there. Get that connected. I'm just going to leave that beacon there for now. Alright. So it'll take about a little under 10 hours to fill that up. And gold sells for a pretty good amount. 175,000, and that's for only a half a stack, so, or half of 1,000, so, and, what's that, 350,000 times 10, so, it's a good chunk of change for something you just do passively. So imagine you do that, but you have, 10 setups like that. You can really add up quickly. Okay, I need sodium. Let's grab some of that. Oh, what's in here? Repairage. That going. Alright, where is my base computer? Yeah, definitely not a fancy base at all, but to start. I've been wanting to get some gold together anyway, so I'll just call it gold. Upload. And actually, I'm just gonna call my ship in. I don't even feel like running all the way over there. What do I have for... Okay, I have no beacons in here. So I'm just gonna build one of these. Go in and hit save on this again. Alright. And I'll have to do something with the magnetized ferrite. But I've got to, I should be jumping off here, so, check this real quick. Is it? Yeah, 10,500 times. Eventually what I'll do is I'll expand it to, at least a couple more. I tend to go like around 50,000, something like that, for these bases. But I can always expand on this, and I'll probably change the whole design too, you know. But, yeah, I've got to be jumping off here, so I'm just going to go back to my regular base and call it a night. The holidays coming up, so gotta be busy the next couple days, but try to get on for a couple hours tomorrow and Thursday. Luckily, that video finally rendered on YouTube, the one that crashed the other day, so I was able to get a couple hours worth of play uploaded, and probably get this one uploaded tomorrow morning, so got quite a bit accomplished. Not as much as I'd like to. It never is. I get stuck looking at, getting fixated on one thing, and next thing I know, I'm doing something totally different. I think I had some stuff in here to pick up. I can't remember. Yep, some more nanites. But yeah, I was gonna try to get on tomorrow. If I don't, like, sometimes I just get like like a half hour or an hour to play, so I don't bother, doing a stream of it because, there's not that much time. So, sometimes I'll just jump in and run around and grab, curious deposits or some of this stuff, the salvage data, or do some drill pods or something like that. So I don't bother doing a separate stream for that because it's only going to be, like a 30-minute stream. So, but all right. Oh, I might as well just build one of these here too. Keep forgetting I don't have a save point here. I have to keep running out using my ship. Alright guys, well I appreciate everybody swinging in, and I will see you guys next time. Alright, take care.